Yes. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are joining us from. This is Healthy Race Ministry International. This is our fellowship hour. We meet every Thursday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. globally. And today is our fellowship day. Today is the 80th day of August 2024. Today is Thursday. Healthy Race is the ministry God gave me in the year 2017. And we started this online program because he told me from inception, it will be a virtual ministry. We won't have maybe a place to meet, but we began meeting physically until in 2018. We had to go online, even before many ministries came online. So we have worshiped God. This morning, the Lord gave me a specific assignment. And he said I should record it on YouTube so that everybody, irrespective of whether they are here present in this fellowship now, will hear it and see it. And that message is mainly to women. If you watch, if you are in Nigeria or globally, you will know that for the past few weeks, we have had incidences of people, they slump, they die. On the 30th of July, a well-known songwriter, author, musician, motivational speaker, social activist, all embedded in one. She attended a birthday program of a friend. She sang because she sings lovely. You know, when you have charisma, when you have gifts, when you have an aura around you, her movement alone will make you happy. And then when she sings, unfortunately, after singing those songs, not one, she sat down, took a bottle of water, and she slumped. And by the time they took her to hospital, 2 hours later, she was declared dead. This is somebody that she had not, to people, she was well. There may be an underlying health challenge we couldn't know. My name is Dr.Favour Afoma, so that you know who is speaking. I have a PhD in guidance and counseling with psychology from the University of Lagos 30 years ago. I was called to the Ministry of Health and Wellness in the year 2017. In 2018, the Lord gave us a program called Uncle Food Challenge, where we go without eating anything cooked in fire by fire through fire. We use it to detoxify our system, ourselves. We allow our organs to rest. We've been doing it from May 2018 till May 2024. We didn't do it in July because of the cholera challenge we have in our nation, in Paso, not all the states though. So in 2019, the Lord gave me a program that I do online. I anchor it every Sunday, except I bring in a guest called Great Life with Dr. Favour. And the last episode we had was episode 249. You can visit my YouTube channel, Dr.Favour, to look at what the Lord has helped us to do over the years. What we are in now is our fellowship, our weekly fellowship, but this fellowship is only attended by the members of Healthy Race Ministry International. Why? Because for you to be a member of this ministry, you must go without eating anything cooked in fire by fire or through fire for at least 3 consecutive days. That's the only condition. And you see this condition, many people were unable to meet it. And many of us that are here present, they have met it. It's because the Lord wanted this message to go beyond the people. That's why he said I should do this record. Now, certain things happened within this period. After the death of that auntie, another woman has slumped and died. she was preparing breakfast for her children in her kitchen. She slumped. By the time she was taken to the hospital, they say it's DOA. DOA is dead on arrival. Another man also slumped. He was playing football. I even saw the picture, the video yesterday, where he was playing football with people. He's a blogger on internet, but he does more of Yoruba stuff. I saw where he was playing. After some time, he stopped. When he stopped, he just bent down like this. It's as if he knelt down. The next thing he just did like this. And they were fanning him. I saw it clean with my eyes. And the next thing they say he has passed. And then my first cousin, I saw her put a burning candle on her DP. And you know, I'm a very curious person. Because she's my first cousin, but married to another location, I sent her I sent her some charts. Let me read the charts. I sent her these charts, I think on Sunday. I said to her, she's a barrister. I said, okay, I sent that text on Monday. I said, barrister, please, why did you place a burning candle in your DP? Did anybody related to your husband die? Just ask him. Excellent morning. I sent that text to her at 1:36 a.m. And she responded to that text Tuesday evening. She said, good evening, big sister. How are you doing? I lost a very good friend, my tailor of over 15 years. She committed suicide. And that is so painful about her death. The only thing seen is the loan of 600,000 she took from one of those microfinance, and they were harassing her. And she didn't tell anyone. She locked herself in her car and took sniper. And by the time she was found, she was already dead. So when I inquired, I found out that the lady has 3 children and she has a husband. So when I was trying to get over that, another incident happened. A woman, that woman should be maybe in her 40s or early 50s. She slumped and died. And then something happened yesterday. Somebody, because I posted the video and I told them about the experience I had myself, Dr. Favour, the experience I had on Saturday morning. No, it began on Thursday week of today. You know, I tell people, I don't take high blood pressure medication, but then there are things that will make my BP to go up. After my encounter with the cardiologist at Lagos University Teaching Hospital, that was 11 years ago, I had an elevated high blood pressure. I went to the hospital. My heart was enlarged according to the film. I was asked to go and do chest X-ray. My heart was enlarged. The doctor told me to go and do ECG. I went. When she saw the result, she told me that that she's not a cardiologist. A cardiologist is a doctor that is a specialist in heart matters. So she referred me to Lute. Where I went to was a state hospital, Randos General Hospital here in Lagos State. And she referred me to Lute. So I went to Lute, Lagos University Teaching Hospital. So when I went there, I met with the cardiologist. She compared the 2 results because she asked for a repeat ECG test. And when they brought it, she looked at both and said to me, Dr. Nwolisa, why did you want to die? And I told her, Doctor, I don't want to die. After my conversation with her, I told her, she told me what I want to do. If you want to know what she asked me to do, because that's not what I'm doing in this very program now. You can go to my YouTube channel, Dr.Favour former Nwolisa. You can see overcoming high blood pressure naturally. You can go there. So, but after my encounter with her and she told me what to do, she gave me her word. She said to me, if you will obey what I ask you to do, in the next 2 weeks, you see all these drugs they gave you in the hospital, you will throw them away and you will not have need for them in your life. But if you don't, you will be on this BP drug for the rest of your life. And I made up my mind before leaving there that I would do what she asked me to do. And I did them. And on the 80th day, my BP normalized. And from that day till today, that was in September 2013. Today is August 8, 2024. I've not taken a pill of high blood pressure. Does it mean that my blood pressure most times doesn't go up? No, it does. When? Especially when I'm overly excited. Because last Thursday, one of our elders in this ministry marked his 77th birthday, and my aunt also marked her 83rd birthday. You know, it is wisdom to know what people are doing to live long. Not only that they are living long, they are living healthily and they are living well. And their mental capacity is intact. Many people have dementia today because of the food we eat and our lifestyle. So because I was so excited, somebody called me up and said, I want to give, I gave both of them the little I could as birthday present. And I said, I don't want to task anybody in this ministry. But somebody in this ministry told me that he wants to bless Daddy. We call him Daddy. And that person sent me 77,000 to mark that birthday, 77. And this thing, you know, when you don't say something to people and God goes ahead, read your mind and puts it in the heart of people, is heartwarming. So I was so happy. I was so happy. I'm telling you. So I didn't know that thing shoot my blood pressure up. That Friday, I went to exercise, but I discovered that I was having chest pain here. You know, my chest, just in between my two breasts. I was having chest pain. I would just do like this. It's as if there's something moving, choking me. So after I didn't want to do any strenuous exercise that day. I just took a walk. I walked with a particular woman. When I came back, I told her, you see, you have to say, if you don't want to die, a woman, listen to me. I'm addressing women, but men, you can also glean from what I'm saying. I talked to her. I said, sis, I don't know. I'm having pain at my back. So when we finish the floor exercise, we call it tummy exercise. I didn't do much. She came and I laid down flat. She just hit my back, did some small massages there and there, and I left. That Friday was the second day of the protest, on August 2nd in Nigeria. So I came home. I didn't go anywhere. That pain was coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. I was still, you know, checking. If you pay attention to your body signs, you hardly fall down and you hardly slump and die. The next day, being Saturday, I usually go to exercise. I even asked them whether the stadium was open. They said yes. I wanted, you know, I've already woken up with that pain, this time excruciating, here and at the back, just at the middle of, you know, this place to the other place. And at that point, I said to myself, Afoma, check your BP. So I reached out to this BP monitor. I want to encourage you. If you are over 30 years, please get a BP monitor. It's not faithlessness. Many of us arrogate unnecessary powers to the devil without knowing that it is our responsibility to take care of our health. So when I checked my BP, that Saturday morning, my BP read 145 over 95 with my pulse at 110. When I saw it, I said, let me know, let me put a finger where this pain was coming from. So I chatted a friend of mine who is a medical doctor. I said, if you get this message, please call me. So he later called me. I said to him, see my blood pressure reading. He said, you know, you don't have blood pressure. So what you need to do is to rest. Sisters, I want to tell you, begin now to rest. Many of us don't rest. Many of us think resting is laziness. Some may think, like somebody said in the program I anchored last week, Doki, some people don't rest because if they don't go out to get food, the family will not be fed. I said, yes, it's true. When I rested, I was checking that BP, 15 minutes I would check, it kept going up. The systolic kept going up. But you know what I did? I drank water enough, there's a supplement, it's in dried form, just leaves, nothing, no addictive, no coloring, nothing. I just turned it, drank it. And I have a mixture of some spices that I use as tea: turmeric, cinnamon, ginger, garlic, black seeds, black pepper. And then I mix it, I bounded it because they are in powdered form with honey. So I just took a little. When I've taken the other one, after some time, I gave some time, I took it and I checked the BP started coming down. And one of the things you will do to yourself is to rest. I did not go out to anywhere that Saturday. I rested. Around 4, I checked the BP again. It has come down to about 130 something, 85 with the pulse down. But did I jump up again? On Sunday, I didn't go anywhere. I did my program on Sunday evening though. On Monday, I did not go anywhere. By Monday evening, by Tuesday morning, I checked the BP again. It was 116 over 80. Then my pulse 84. Why did I give you this story? So that you know that your BP rising is not a death sentence. Mine rose, but because I have knowledge, one of my mentors by name Reverend Tony Akiyemi said, what we need is not more medication. I didn't take any drug. What we need is more education, more education. My ministry is a ministry that comes with the first model, according to the man, preventive. We prevent disease. We don't want people to be sick. That is the whole essence of this ministry. Healthy Race Ministry International. That was the way the Lord gave me the name, Healthy Race. We are a people that are healthy. We are a people that are okay. We are a people, we may not have all the whole world, but we are okay. Yes, I am okay. Now, 2 days later, I heard that a woman slumped at a pedestrian bridge in MCC, Onitsha, Southeast Nigeria. And I related my experience with the post. Take care of your health. Rest, rest, rest. The highest form of treatment you can give to your body is giving your body time to rest. God has put into your body the mechanism that heals it. The cardiologist told me, Dr. Wolisa, in 2013, do you know that every drug is a potential poison? That God has made this body. If you give this body the necessary things, the body will heal itself. That drugs don't heal. They only subside the symptoms. She told me, take care of your health and be your own doctor. I want to talk to you women today. Take care of your health and be your own doctor. So many things are ailing women. When I heard that woman slumped and died, yesterday, a lady that I know sent me this. I want to read it. Concerning that woman that slumped and died in Onitsha. She saw that post I made in one of the groups and she wrote to me. She said, Doc, I'm reading what she sent to me just yesterday. Doc, my sister just called me now and said, this lady is from a particular place in Anambra State, a town in Anambra State, and even related to us. It's not to me now, to herself and her sister. She said her husband left her. I want you to pay attention. Women, pay attention. She said her husband left her with children and she has been struggling. Husband left her with children and she has been struggling. I want to note the points down because that's on the areas I want to talk to women about. The husband left her with children and she has been struggling. Remember, she had those children with the husband. The husband left her with the children and she has been struggling. The worst is that the only son amongst the children takes mbulummiri. Mbulummiri is a kind of drug. It's a drug that teenagers, even adults take. It's a hard drug. It's not good. It even affects people's mind and their mental state. Some run mad and the rest of them. That the worst is that the only son among the children takes mbulummiri. I guess that's what must have killed her. Overthinking. Doc, one name. That's Doc, my sister. Nwa will not kill me. Child or children will not kill me. Will not kill me. Oh. Some people do not have children, yet they are living fulfilled life. If not that I push the case of my own son away, this is the woman now talking about her own personal experience, not the experience of the dead woman. This is the woman talking now. If not that I push the case of my only son, hers was also only son, far away, I would have died because that's almost the same case. I decided not to allow it to bother me. I have my life to live. Oh. Some of my mates do not even have any child at all. May God help us. I said, are you serious? She said, let's pay attention, oh, as you always tell us. Chai, I said, I have learned a lot from you. If it were to be before, this is that woman now talking. If it were to be before, I will worry till eternity. I asked her, okay, these are things she said. So why am I here this morning? I'm here to talk to you, woman. You see, you don't know the capacity you carry. You see a woman, a man may be physically stronger than a woman, but when it comes to emotional, psychological, a woman is strong. You see, you can multitask. You can carry pregnancy, go to work, come back, go to market, do this, watch children. When we were having children, no Pampers, we were using nappies, white nappies. It must be white. I remembered I carried pregnancy to start my teaching profession. 2 weeks, I gave birth. The next month, I had to carry a month-old baby to Nsukka. I was doing all those because of my age. A woman, listen to me. Anytime you are approaching 40, 50, slow it down. Slow it down. The strength you had when you were 18, 20-something, 30-something, even 40-something is no more the same strength. You see what this woman said, that the husband left her. The husband left her to another woman, probably, and they are enjoying themselves. And this woman is walking her life. Now she's dead. The children, I'm not saying don't cater for your children. The children she was running up and down for, they are alive today. You see, you, woman, the Lord has given you so many things. It is left for you to be wise. Number one thing God has given you is a mind of Christ. You have a mind of Christ. You don't wait for anybody to make you to feel good. You decide to feel good by your own self. Don't mind social media propagandas. You decide what is good for you. You see, years back, my mother's cousin had issue with her husband, and she came to my house worn out, as if I thought there were some dust on her body. I just said, why are you dusty? She said she's not. I found out that the toll of raising 5 children was on her. You know what I told her? I remember vividly telling her that I was sitting on my sitting room. I was sitting on the floor like this. Just 1 minute. Let me bring out my... I told her, God forbid, Satan, I must say these things. I hope you are hearing me. I hope you are still paying. Pay attention. This is on record for a purpose, because I will share it. Please, I hope you are, if you are hearing me, please can you indicate by typing 1 on the chat? So I know that. Okay, thank you. So when she came to me, she said to me that she wants her children, that she wants her children because the woman, the secretary of the husband was about getting married to. She said she won't leave her children for that woman, that the woman will kill her children. I am telling you, before God and man, I sat down, on the floor. I said to her, I don't pray for my marriage to break, but for any reason, any day, I know that my life is on the line for that marriage, I will walk away. Then I was still living with my husband and my children. I told her, I will walk away and I won't go with any child. She screamed. She said, Guinea, Nawa, Ngmo, Lele, Papa, Gogo, Kaka, Kila. I said, I will walk away and I won't go with any child. She felt bad and she left with her children. She has 5 children, 3 boys, 2 girls. She left with 500,000 she got from maybe her business or whatever. She thought 500,000 is 500 billion. By the time the children begin, children, they have to drink this. By the time the children ate into that money, the money finished. And she began to be in want. At that point, the woman the husband was supposed to get married to fooled the husband. If it's now, they will say it's prank. Fooled the husband, sent the brothers to London, sent the mother also, told the husband that she wants to go and get her wedding dress so that it will be fitted very well. And the mumu husband left the woman and the woman traveled. I am telling you a real life story. I don't want to call her name because somebody that may know her may come across this video. The woman traveled to London. They have already done card, card now, wedding invitation card. She even had it. Somebody sent to her. She saw her husband about to wed another woman. And the woman traveled to London and never came back and told the husband, you are a stupid man. You think after 5 children, I will come to be a second wife to you. You are mumu. I have done what I wanted to do with you and I've achieved my aim. To hell with you. That marriage never held. But this, my mother's cousin, began to be in lack. This is a woman that they don't drive Tokumbo cars. They only drive brand new cars. Children living in affluence. The children began to be in want. By the time she wanted the husband to take the children from her because it was overwhelming, it was clear to her she was almost dying. You know what the husband said? You refuse to give me these children. You keep these children. Before the husband could take those children from her, meetings upon panels were set from the kindred to the village to the town. And the husband later took those children from her. When the husband took those children from her, she traveled to London. I lived with her in the same house. As I speak to you, she's still living in London. That woman, I don't know where she is. The husband is late now. At a point in her life, the husband went from the mountain to the valley. Because let me tell you, you have power, woman. Whether you pray or not, there is something a man will do to you. The Bible even says it. If they do not do you well, their prayers will be hindered. The man began to be in want. Do you know those children he rejected initially that took care of him until the time he died? That man died a pauper, a very rich, high-rated man. When this man's containers will be coming in, 40-feet container, like 10. But you see, you have to leave. When my aunt decided to leave, she began to leave. Woman, decide to leave. You see, I am not, anybody that knows me too well knows that I love marriage. But when marriage becomes life-threatening and it's no more working, sister, walk away. Some people may see this video and they castigate me. No problem. I am telling you what the Lord asked me to tell you. If you go to the book of Matthew, when Jesus was born and Herod was after him, the Bible recorded that the Lord told Joseph, take Mary and the child Jesus and leave. Many of us Christians are the worst. You equate Bible to things that you don't have even the meaning into. God can decide to clear Herod and everybody to leave Jesus. But he told Mary, he told Joseph, take the child Jesus, go to Egypt. I will tell you when to return to Bethlehem. And when Pharaoh died, he told them, and they returned. Do you know that because of Jesus, Herod destroyed almost all the male children? That even told the midwives, anyone, if you see a boy, kill that boy. That was during Moses' time in the Old Testament. What I'm telling you was in the New Testament when Jesus was there. So you see, you have to have sense. Anytime you are getting overwhelmed, reach out to somebody. The woman that committed suicide, she drank sniper, maybe because of the 600,000 she borrowed. She didn't tell any of her customers. And my cousin told me that Monday she died, she was supposed to go and see her, but a phone call came that distracted her. I want you to pray a prayer, woman. Anytime that it is my time, let no devil distract my helper. Because she was saying if I had gone, she may have opened up to me. That was the same day. Because my cousin's house help goes to her shop as an apprentice. She came back and told my cousin that Monday, she was answering call. After a particular call, she broke down and started crying. But because they were apprentices, they didn't know how to come to ask her, Madam, mom, auntie, or Kineko, what's the problem? They went home that Monday. Coming back to work on Tuesday, she died that Monday. Woman, pay attention to your life. You are worth much than diamond. Pay attention to your life. If my cousin, my aunt, did not give those children back to the husband, she would have died by now. But she's still alive. All her children are alive. Many of them are married. When I posted this incident yesterday, many people started to relive their experiences. Only some. You have a child, and that child is giving you trouble, and you have other children. Instead of you to focus on other children, you put all your heart on a particular child. I tell you, children had killed their parents, except you kill your own. That's when your child will kill you. See me, I didn't kill my parents. And I know nobody will kill me. Woman, pay attention to your mental health. The day I was getting married, my father told my husband and his people, he that raised a male child raised an individual, but he that raised a woman raised a nation. Woman, you are a nation. That's why we are called womb man. Womb man. No matter how great a man is, he can't incubate a child. You are procreator with God. You are a nurturer. You make things happen. Why wouldn't you take care of your health? This woman, she slumped, she died. Now, the husband somewhere with enjoying himself with another woman will come. You see those children that she have been running up and down for, they will survive. I tell you. You see, whether you are there or not, God will send your children help. I, a former Molisa, my mother died when I was 2 years and 5 months. Here am I today. God will still send you help. Pay attention to your health. Don't join the statistics. You slump, you die, because you don't pay attention to your body. You are cooking food, and you know that you suddenly you felt lightheadedness, or your combustion wasn't normal. Put off that gas cooker, go and lie down. Tell the children, drink cornflakes. When I get myself back, I will continue with cooking. If your husband comes back and begins to talk to you the way you don't like, please don't answer. You only have one life to live. This morning, another person, so many experiences, I won't be able to share everything with us, but this morning, another woman, she's a widow. She's a widow. I want to read her story because as I'm talking to you, there was a story I shared about a woman. If you're a widow, please go and follow that woman. Her name is Barrister Chigozie Christiana Udemezue. She lives in Enugu. There was a video she made last week about a widow that came to her with a BP of 100/170. And she said she had it in her spirit. Give her money to go and check her BP. Woman, when was the last time you checked your BP? When was the last time you checked your BP? You may be sick. Everybody in the house will be taken care of. But when you are sick, nobody cares. And you yourself, you don't care about yourself. Borrow sense. This woman sent this to me this morning. Good morning, my big sis. I can say that you have been a very source of encouragement and a motivation to women. I have learned a lot from you, and I know there is nothing really worth disturbing my peace. She's a widow. The day I met her, I never knew she was a widow. So widowhood is not stigmatization. Don't reduce your worth because you're a widow. We have been chatting, and I met her in one program, Daystar Business Academy. It was one day she just told me, I'm a widow. I said, really? She said, yes. You know what she told me? I don't carry it on my face. Self-pity is one thing that destroys women. Let's go ahead. I have learned a lot from you, and I know there is nothing really worth disturbing my peace. I don't send anybody again. Talk to you tomorrow. I will not even answer. Now, talk to you tomorrow. I will not even answer. Now is which kind human being be this that nothing gets to me? They want to kill me before my time. They will not succeed. Since after my husband's burial, I have never slept in my husband's house. The house, don't they tire them? Me, I no send. Advisors telling me that I should go and take over my house. I told them it is not necessary. Ndị osochi egbu. Have a lovely day, sis. Just loving myself. Woman, love yourself. There was a particular woman I met online, but later we became close. That woman had 3 children. She told me she only had B.Ed. That it was because of me she would want to go and have her doctorate. I encouraged her. This woman went to Olabanjo Olabisi, I think that's the name, university. I think it's in Ogun State also. And she had her master's degree. She had 3 children, 1 girl and 2 boys. This woman, when people will tell you their story when they are relaxed around you. One day she said to me, my husband is not living with me. We were living together, and he said he wants to go and look for greener pastures. We put our funds together and he traveled. Sister, after so many years, this man came back, and I did not know he had arrived Nigeria. He did not come to Lagos where we were living. He went to Delta, his hometown. He began to do business. He even got contract with Delta State government then, built house, built some blocks of flats that he rented out. When she knew, she went in search of him. The man said, I am tired of staying in Lagos. If you want, come to Asaba. If not, stay there with the children, no problem. He was sending them money. All of a sudden, he stopped. Suddenly, the husband died. When I heard the husband died, and all these stories I tell, I said they are real life stories, not pranks. When the husband died, she traveled for the funeral. Already, their husband's family, they have us against her because she refused to come to Asaba. According to them, she was living in Lagos with her children. This woman knew very well. She never knew the husband had property. When the husband died, she went for the funeral. She saw, some people will come and do amebo for you. They are your real enemies. They don't love you. Anybody that will tell you anything that will disrupt your peace and sleep, that person is a real enemy, except that person is telling it to you for you to guard your life. This woman went. We were all here. She went. I was following up. In this Healthy Rest Ministry International, many of you could remember when we contributed money for a particular lady that lost the husband. I don't want to call her name. So I was following up on her after the funeral. I called her on the phone and she was sounding somehow. I said, you are breathing fast. You are breathing fast. What is the problem? He said, that the property the husband has in Kenneconia Airport, that she wants to take control, that the plantation, the husband had, this one. I told her, sister, leave them. Come back to Lagos and let's know what we can do. Woman, no man is owing you anything. You were created whole. That's why when I see some women say a man will make them complete, that's the height of, will I say ignorance or stupidity? I don't know. This is a woman that has finished her master's, about to go for her PhD. I told her, sister, they are waiting for you. Leave them. I tell you, I called her on the phone. Leave them, just come back. Let's organize ourselves and see how we can help one another and each other. She refused. She went to do case, now, the round table. By the time she knew it, the mother-in-law told her, in the next 7 days, you will know where you entered. They are from the same place. So it's not that this one is Yoruba, this one is Igbo. No, the same village. Keneko, they dispersed. She left Delta back to Lagos. She came on her own, came to her house where she was living with her children. She betted, the children asked her, Mommy, what will you want to eat? She said she can eat whatever. The children went to prepare. And she sat down. She has already finished betting, wore her night dress, and sat down at her chair like this in their sitting room. When the food was ready, the daughter came, Mommy, the food is ready. Mommy, the food is ready. Mommy, the food is ready. She had already died. Who killed her? It may be blood pressure, because I knew from the way she was breathing that her blood pressure may be too high. It may be otomopo, juju jazz. I'm not telling you it doesn't work, but when you have the Spirit of Christ in you, no weapon, that's what the Bible said, no weapon formed or fashioned against you shall ever prosper. Woman, pay attention to your life. You are important. Do you know a woman that's a widow, many of them hardly remarry, but a widower, 2 years, people will start asking him, What are you still waiting for? The children, many of you have husbands and your husbands are cheating on you. You know their side chicks. You know what I ask you to do? If you can tolerate it, stay. But for you to live in a stressful marriage, thinking you don't want to be called separated or divorced woman, and you are fighting with your children, with your husband in front of your children, you are destroying generation next. Before I round off this video, did you hear about two cousins that went to visit grandma? One 12-year-old, the other one 8-year-old. They had an issue with iPhone. The 12-year-old went on the bunk. They were living, they came for holiday, this holiday, and used beddings to press on the 8-year-old. She was struggling. She couldn't get air. She died. You know what she did? She arranged all the spit from her mouth, arranged her as if she was sleeping, and then climbed down to the bunk and slept. I want to tell you, what your children is doing on the telephone is beyond you. The highest visited site is how to commit, how to kill. Please, if your mic is up, please can you hit it? I worship. Chime, your mic is, please can you use your mic? You don't know what these children are doing with this phone. Your child is 8-year-old. What business has that child with an Android phone? You want to belong. You want to belong. Call me old school. It is better for me. You see, when my children were growing up, at a point I had to, then there was no telephone like this. I had to disconnect television. Everything, I disconnected it because I know if they go bad, it will be on my head. Have you not heard that when a child goes bad, it's the mother's fault? Woman, pay attention to your life. You are important. How can a 12-year-old go to successfully kill the cousin of 8 years and concealed it? If not that CCTV camera was there, nobody could ever attribute that to that cousin. Recently, we heard of a high-profile justice that the daughter that just got married was killed and her body was dumped in front of the house. Do you know? It was the house help, 21-year-old, that said to the police, we did it. Why? They wanted to collect her money and jewelry, valuables. Woman, pay attention to people living with you. That lady that died was a medical doctor and the only daughter of that justice. Don't be part of the statistics. Don't say it will not happen to you. Pay attention to what your children do with telephone. In closing, woman, ensure that you take care of your health. Your happiness is dependent on you. Your joy is dependent on you. There was a video I posted 2 days ago. A man talking to women. You are not complete with a man. God has made you a complete being. God has made you a complete being. If you get married and it's working for you, praise the name of Jesus. Glory, glory, glory. But if it's not working, walk away. Wisdom is profitable to direct. My name once again is Dr.Favour Afomachukwu. and you heard this message from Healthy Race Ministry International Thursday Fellowship on the 80th day of August 2024. I love you and I wish you well. You can visit my YouTube page, channel, Dr.Favour Afomamolisa, to help yourself. Most of the things women that cause women stress is their inability to say no. You don't have boundary. People run over your life. The responses I got last night, people will say, I am overwhelmed doing this work. I'm overwhelmed doing this. Please, I don't want to die. If you're a church worker, pay attention for your life. Nobody is indispensable. If you are not feeling good, don't go to that work. Stay back for your life. You have only one life to live, and I pray that you live it well. In the name of Jesus. My name once again is Dr. Favour Afomachukwu, and it's my pleasure coming to your space this morning. God bless you and do have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.